Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the July 20th, 2026 Lackawanna City Council caucus and meeting. Caucus is an opportunity for the City Council to discuss amongst ourselves the various agenda items. The official meeting will follow directly after the caucus. Just a reminder to everyone, if you want to speak, there's a sign-up sheet. Your name has to be on it. You could be limited to 3 minutes. And also note that the council meeting and caucus are recorded. In referring to the city council agenda, excuse me, first several items are administrative. Moving communications from division department heads from our city attorney. Request city council approve an ordinance regarding the sale of property on Michelle Drive to the county of Erie Sewer Authority. Our city attorney is present. Ariana, as far as this is concerned, can you give the public some background briefly as to what this is?
Sure. So this transaction, I believe, was part of the subdivision development on Michelle Drive. As far as we can tell, I think there was a preliminary transfer to the Erie County Sewer Authority via a quitclaim deed on October 30th. Due to a clerical error on behalf of the assessor at the time, October 30th, 2009. Due to a clerical error from the city assessor at the time, there was an issue where the parcel was not placed on the tax map. So I believe the Erie County Sewer Authority had reached out to our current assessor just to get a correcting deed filed. So that's what I'm requesting, that the council approve and authorize the mayor to sign a correcting deed, and just to make sure that we have an official record via ordinance, vote on an ordinance transferring the property, what we call nunc-pro-tunc, or retroactively back to that date, because the deed was executed on that date. And this is a tax-free parcel, so there's no tax implication. It's just making sure that we have everything corrected.
And the sewer authority is using that parcel for what purpose? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I think it's just a parcel for purposes of
servicing,
providing services.
Subdivision.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Any council members have any comments or questions on agenda item number 6? There's a corresponding ordinance attached there too. Moving on to item number 7, again from City Attorney Ariana Kwiatkowski. City Council approve resolution designated West Seneca B as a secondary newspaper for the city of Lackawanna. And again, Ariana, we already have an official city newspaper. Why would we need a second?
Yes, that's correct, Council President. In January, the City Council voted on a resolution to designate Buffalo Business First as the city's official newspaper, which I think we've done in years past. There are some legal situations where secondary publication is required, and REM proceeding is one example. And in the past, we've used the Buffalo News for that purpose. I think last time we used it, the cost of the publishing was over $3,000, which is pretty significant. I think using the West Seneca B would probably be about 1/3 of that cost, and I believe it satisfies, the circulation requirements and things of that nature. So it's just a cost-saving measure that we would pursue using the West Seneca B as opposed to the Buffalo News, and they often publish legal notices, so I think they're familiar with that.
And there are certain circumstances where two publications are required, correct?
Exactly, and so it's just so that there's no ambiguity. We're using the West Seneca B instead of the Buffalo News, and hopefully save the city some money that way.
Very good. Thank you. Any comments or questions from the City Council on agenda item 7, corresponding resolution attached thereto? Moving on to item number 8, City Attorney requests City Council approve an agreement between the City of Lackawanna and LaBella Associates, and for the mayor to sign, saying this contract incorporates LaBella's proposal for various conditions pertaining to an agreement with the City of Lackawanna to pursue a grant, I believe a grant for downtown renewal.
Yep, that's correct. So I think our Director of Development put on the agenda for City Council approval, I think on the last meeting or maybe the meeting before, to pursue retaining LaBella Associates for the purpose of submitting an application for our DRI grant, which the council approved. This is just the accompanying formal agreement between the city and the company, and it's a pretty standard agreement. There were some changes I requested that they did make. I know that our Director of Development and the mayor are comfortable with the terms and conditions as it relates to the business side of things, and I'm comfortable with the legal requirements contained therein as well.
And the cost to the city offhand?
14,980, yeah, just under 15.
Under 15, yeah.
And it's capped at that amount.
Yeah, very good.
Is there a guarantee we get picked?
That would have cost you
I
25.
couldn't negotiate that.
That would have been a higher fee, council member.
Would have been worth a try. Anyone else, comments? Item number 8. We got item number 9 from our fire chief. Fino requests city council approve an ordinance transferring funds within the fire department budget in the amount of $40,000 for repairs to building and equipment. Jackie, do you have anything on that that's from the fire chief?
No, I just spoke to the fire chief regarding this, and there were many repairs to different engines and ladders and equipment this year. And so in the end, we needed to make a transfer.
Great, thank you. Any council members have a comment or question on 9? Moving on to communications from citizens. Martrice Huff, resident, requests city council approve closure of following streets for community health and wellness walk August 8th, 2026, 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., starting at 135 Odell, down Phillips, proceeding along Holbrook, continuing down Ingram and returning to Odell. In addition, a partial closing of Odell Street from the corner of Wilmouth at 2 p.m. Director Morocco, you have any comments on this?
Yeah, we're probably going to have to amend that, just from closing all of those streets to having a vehicle, one of the patrol cars in front, one of the patrol cars in back of the procession, rather than trying to close 6 streets. I think that would work a little bit better. And we probably don't have the manpower just to take 6 or 8 people besides the regular patrols to do that.
Thank you. City Attorney, any comments on that?
No.
Okay. Any council members have any comments on item number 10?
I spoke with Martrice Huff, who I know as Martrice Jones. We went to elementary and high school together. She's a registered nurse, and it is an unfortunate situation as to why she wants to hold such an event in honor of her brother, who they lost abruptly. And they have my full support for this event to raise awareness and health screenings and things of that nature. But I do also understand Director Morocco's point as far as having the procession followed as well as led by, and I think it is doable. I really do. I think
Absolutely.
it's doable. I believe, considering it is the first year, they're still learning as they go as well. There's definitely a learning curve for this particular event, but they do have great intentions, and it is picking up a little bit of traction and attention for healthcare providers, and all we want to do is just make sure that everyone's safe and ultimately healthy as a result of this particular event. But I plan on attending the event as well, so we can definitely work together to make sure that the event goes well. As far as closing off multiple streets, I understand the concern for manpower and all of that stuff as well. So I think it is doable by having the procession led and followed by law enforcement. So I do hope to see this event go off and continue throughout the years.
Thank you. Any other council members have any comments or issues on?
So what does that mean? You're not gonna have 5 police cars, you're only gonna have 1 in the front?
We'll have 1 in the front, 1 in the back. We won't have to close all the streets.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So it would be a modified street closure, partial street
No,
closure.
I understand.
Actually, a moving street closure.
Yeah,
Well, and there is where it says partial closing of Odell to the corner of Wilmouth. Could there be a fraction rather than multiple streets where there's just where the things that are, I guess, like the healthcare or the health fair aspect of it, where that will be contained? If we could just do a minor closure, depending on the space required for that.
That would probably be okay, as long as, we got to kind of look at that and make sure that closure is what you're saying, partial and
Yeah.
doable for the rest of the community.
I guess where it extends from, because I believe they are gonna be stationed at 135 Odell,
Odell,
and then
yeah.
that leads to the playground as well, just so that there's safe crossing for families.
Sure.
So would you say 135 Odell to the playground? Or how would you word that?
From the corner of Wilmot to the end of 135
To the end
Odell,
of,
I think that's a fair escape.
all right, anyone else have any comments on item number 10? Okay, moving on to entertainment license, number 11, David Beers owner, Sunny Reds. Request City Council approve outdoor entertainment June through October, Monday through Sunday. All mechanical music until 11 p.m. There may be a few live events that will end at 10 p.m. Any council members have any comments on item number 11?
I guess I have concerns. I think this has kind of been an ongoing situation as far as noise ordinances, neighbors being very dissatisfied with the level of noise emanating from Sunny Reds. Although it's a great establishment, we don't want to ever handicap any businesses in the city. We want to make sure that they're able to operate to their full capacity and full potential. However, it can't be at the expense of those who are trying to seek solace in their homes. The schedule request is Monday through Sunday. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's 7 days a week from June all the way to October. That's multiple months, not just summer. And this seems extremely problematic. We've heard the complaints. We've gotten complaints whether we are representative of that district or not. We've all been privy to the noise levels. And I don't believe 75 decibels is feasible for the entertainment that they provide. And when you're sharing a backyard, I know they made great improvements to their patio. I know they built like a quasi stage / shelter. But I have issues, and I have, especially with it being we are potentially giving authority for them to operate every single day from now till the end of October, outdoors. If I were a neighbor that lived on Ludell Terrace and shared a yard or a fence with Sunny Reds, I would probably put a for sale sign up.
Well, there have been some concerns. I can't disagree with you. Any other council members?
I think we have the same concerns about from across the street.
Yeah.
We allowed that with the understanding that they would continue following our agreement that I can't recall at this moment, but if we put something in there for them, the same way we did for across the street.
You're referring to the ice box, correct?
The revival,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's a balancing act. I mean, you try to accommodate the business because they're important to the city and that's their livelihood. On the same token, you try to respect the community of the neighborhood, and people should be allowed to quietly enjoy their property within certain parameters, obviously. So, yeah, it's an issue.
So have there been no more complaints as far as noise levels or, Public Safety Director? Hello?
We've been talking and discussing this with city attorney as well as amending the ordinance regarding the loud volume or
The
noise.
decibels, you mean?
Yeah, well, again, we were looking at
Has anybody
Doing
been
something-
over there and checked it when there's music going on? They
not
don't
to-
get a machine for that.
yeah, not to my knowledge, we haven't had too many complaints from them that I see that came through for that place, for Sunny Reds, but we certainly can.
I mean, the people, Abbott Road, what, it's gotta be the second busiest street in the city, or maybe even the busiest during bill season and everything, all the traffic going by and all that. I mean, it's a busy street.
Yeah.
I think,
What?
I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
with a certain, I believe it's 3 houses that share a yard, they gave up on complaining, to be quite frank with you. I know for sure some of them have sought legal action. I don't know where that is right now. However, it's kind of one of those things where, why am I gonna complain when nothing is being done?
I've been over there numerous times. I've met with those people. I don't know, what is it, 19 or 2, met them at the playground. I even had the owners over there and meet with them. And they said they were gonna try to keep the noise down. And, you know, all of a sudden it's back on us. We got no documentation as far as the noise levels, you know. Do you know what I'm getting at, Council
Right.
President?
I do. In addition to that, though, we're also almost towards the end of July. The application is from June until October. So we're almost through 2 months already. Has there been music
No. I've been there. Yeah, there's been some.
outside?
No, it's,
The
the
speakers,
patios,
right?
the class, one that they applied for.
Yeah, so that's indoors.
It's, yeah, the music that they have.
Yeah, so this is outdoor music. Like I said, we're almost through July. So that leaves August, September, and October. But I understand that 7 days a week is intensive. And if the volume is significant enough, I mean, we're asking a lot of that neighborhood. I mean, I've walked out of my house off of South Park here and heard the music coming from Abbott Road. When that was going on, we're going back 3 years ago or so.
Oh, that's when they had that big thing in that park. I mean, I was outside the other day and I
It
could
wasn't in the
hear,
park,
I
but
could
it was
hear
right in
everything
there.
from the Lake Erie Club, you know, in my house, Wednesday, we had a picnic there, music, I could hear all that. You know. It's not every day.
Right, right. It is asking of a lot of the neighbors to sacrifice their peace. I know another municipality that's facing the same thing, and what they did was they literally pulled the plug, pun intended, on mechanical. They decided to just do strictly acoustic and allowed that, and they found that to be a happy medium and for the entertainment of the patrons and as well as the neighbors, where outdoors was strictly acoustic, indoors was mechanical, and that happens to be working for them now. That may be something that we should look into further, and maybe Sunny Reds could build a program around that, and, you know, profit off of acoustic outdoor music where it is more pleasant, even if you do have to deal with it as a neighbor, it's not the blaring music of mechanical, which I think we can all agree is totally different. It forces you to stay within a certain decibel. You're not plugging in an amp or anything of that nature. So again, we don't want to handicap any businesses. As I personally don't, and I know the sentiment is the same across the board. But at the same time, something's got to give. Residents, especially elderly, people nursing children, there's autistic children that live in that neighborhood as well that are highly sensitive to noise. And to have that outdoor all day long, you can't really muffle it. There comes a time where you just can't. So I'm not in favor of this at all.
What if what if we table this and requested a meeting or an alternative proposal from Sunny Reds?
As far as that's what we're
What decibels they'll operate in, maybe restricting to maybe acoustical, non-amplified music, size of speakers if it is amplified, the number of days, the number of hours. I mean, maybe there's a medium that we can be reached here, and instead of having it wide open 7 days a week and having to be reactive every time there's a complaint And there have been complaints, and I know for a fact that nothing's been done about it. I've gotten the letters and I've gotten the phone calls and I've paid the visits too. And nothing's been done about it. So there's an issue here. Perhaps we need a meeting. I don't know whether that would resolve it or not, but we have to come to some kind of happy medium where business can conduct its business and be profitable and continue to locate in our city. By the same token, with deference to the residents surrounding that business. So just want to be good neighbors, and there's got to be a happy medium, in my opinion, to do that. I don't know of any other suggestions. Anyone else? All right, we'll take it up as a vote then. See what happens.
I'm sorry, Council President, will your vote be to motion a tabling, request a meeting? Is that the direction we want to take? I'm in favor of that. I mean, anything to find a solution. We're not here to
Let's see if there's somebody willing to make a motion. I mean, maybe I'll make a motion to table, and for a meeting, we'll see what comes out of it. But right now, we seem to be at loggerheads with 7 days a week, hours during the day, and outdoor entertainment. It's difficult, and especially based on past experiences. So, like I said, I'm open to suggestions, and that probably will take the form of a motion. So we'll see what happens when we call this agenda item during the regular meeting. Next has been the request for the waiver of the rules. I was contacted by the mayor, as well as having received a copy of a letter that came through regarding the Tender family requesting street closure and accommodations from the city for I believe an August 17th Stony Street closure. I'm sorry, the 22nd, the 17th is our meeting. Any comments on this request for the street closure?
We received the request as well, and also I have questions. I know Mr. Taggart is here today. Any questions are to be directed towards you. I'm sure you'll have some answers for us, but just based on the request and understanding the full totality of the event, it seems as though it's a private event, but labeled as a community event. And I don't mean to sound crass at all, but it seems like it would be promoted or supported by the city, given whether it be closure of streets. I believe it was porta potties, am I correct?
Yes.
Stage and porta potties. However, it's also a profitable event. However, my core concern is the neighbors. Again, this is kind of like what we just discussed with Sunny Reds. This is in the middle of a residential street. I know in the past we had a similar event, but it was more community-based, kids and ice cream trucks and things like that, where the firemen threw. However, they gained support of the full street, and they actually had somewhat of a, not a petition, but something in support of.
Why don't you continue, then you can say something.
Sure. So that was something that showed us that the whole street was on board. If any problems were to arise, they wouldn't come and look for our heads. However, that same support doesn't seem to stem from this event. So I have many concerns. And then I'm very, very concerned based on what happened yesterday at Chief Chihuahua Park, 4th of July in the city of Buffalo, and it seems as though these types of events other things end up happening that are kind of a consequence to these events. And I'm sure the intention is to have a great, safe event. However, we cannot always control our surroundings. So I have many concerns in regards to this particular event, and then especially for the city to provide equipment, stage, patrol, and the like. So I have questions.
Sure, thank you. Grace?
When I responded to Mr. Taggart's request, I also included an application we have. And part of the requirement is that 75% of the people, the neighbors, have to sign a petition in favor of.
And according to what this policy's been, although it hasn't been a formal policy, we've gotten away from street closures except under certain circumstances, especially not street closure for a private party. And again, I share your sentiment regarding liability for the city in the event that we agree to this security is going to be an issue, or could be an issue.
And then we also have, I don't know if Mr. Taggart shared the actual flyer with us, however, we are privy to the advertising of this event, and there's a ticket sale. So is this actually a community event? Is it private? Is it public? Is it not? Vendors, merchandise, booths for sale, and then performances. An invitation for talent from all over. So it's not just a small group of artists that want to kick back and play for the neighborhood. It's inviting outsiders who may or may not have a vested interest in our city.
Well, the other thing is it could be wide open. We don't know how many people will attend. It becomes, it could be a crowd issue. And again, you'll have an opportunity to say something during the meeting. All of it, we've shied away from that, but the stamp of the city on this could cause liability issues, and that's a concern for me. Director Morocco, have you given any consideration to this request?
I'd have to take a look at it a little bit closer. It's the first I'm hearing of it, so I would respectfully request to get more information.
I'm glad you brought that up. To that point, Mr. Taggart, you contacted us, not even formally, but through the mayor contacted the council, contacted me. We really have no application in front of the city council, even for today's meeting. I put it on the agenda just to keep this thing moving, because you have a short notice, a short window here to get this thing organized, and we don't know what kind of handle you have on this, and we don't know how big, whatever the parameters are of this. So there's a reluctance on my part, at least, to want to give any condolence of this from the city. From our city attorney, anything as far as your first impression?
I would just reiterate the sentiments from yourself and Councilwoman Muflahi. If this is truly a private event that is for profit, I would be hesitant to recommend the allocation of city resources to support the event. I also am not sure what issues this might create from just a parking standpoint, public safety standpoint, just the concerns that were brought up.
I mean, you're opening the door to any vendors who want to show up, and that could be catastrophic.
Right, and I would also, question whether, if it's food trucks, obviously they need permits, I would assume, from the city clerk's office, things like that, which we will require, for similar type events. So I don't know, just given the August 22nd timeframe, what how far along we are in the process. But Mr. Taggart, maybe you can shed some light on that.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. Any other council members have any comments on this?
My issue would just be obviously public safety, nuisance issues, the traffic, parking, congestion. Who's going to clean up after it?
Yeah,
Are we responsible to environmental power, municipal housing, if they can clean it up?
yeah,
Police overtime. So,
it's technically not a city function or a public function necessarily. It's a for-profit function, which further complicates things.
Yeah,
Okay.
Council President, could I just add
Yes,
one more
yeah,
thing? I would also be curious whether this event was insured in any capacity.
There's
A special event insurance or, something, those types of products are available for events like this.
Yeah, That's an excellent point, and thank you for pointing that out. Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. Calling the order, the starting pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Clerk, call the roll.
Maflahe? Present. Anderson? Egan?
Here.
Sirdike? Morano? Here. Law Department? Here. Development and Marketing?
Here.
Public Works?
Here.
Public Safety?
Here.
Comptroller?
Here.
Recreation?
Here.
Hearings from citizens.
We have Raquel Calhoun and William Taggart. Do both of you want to speak or just one? Okay, welcome to come up to the podium.
So, I mean, I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but this will be the actual third year I'm doing this event. I didn't do it last year, but we did it 2 years in a row prior to that. The first year we had permission to close off the street and whatnot. We had our own private security. Second year we had our own private security and went through the proper channels to have it. The neighbors was on board. It's from noon to 8 p.m. So it's through the middle of the day. And the only private part about it is because it's on our property. So we will be responsible for cleaning up on our own property like we did for the following 2 years. And the community part is one of my friends will be giving away book bags. There'll be a book bag giveaway there. It's going to be games for the kids. As you see, if you look at the ticket prices, 12 and under kids get in free. We're going to have bounce houses and stuff for the kids to do. And there's no food trucks. It's just going to be vendors lined up in my yard, not on the street. And the only street blocking we access from Stony and Wilma and Stony and Ingham. And I just was saying, if y'all just want to have a police presence, at least just one car at the corner, I was going to provide my own private security for the event. And we have not had an incident at all at the two years we did it. Everybody went home, got home safe. The street wasn't tore up. No neighbors complained or nothing like that. I mean, you know my family name and how we run things. I don't tolerate none of that, and all my events that I throw from Lackawanna to Buffalo to wherever I'm at is always ends in no violence and good vibes only. That's what I promote. So, and I will have a live band playing there. I don't know if I'm gonna have artists opening up, but my plan, if I don't get artists to open up, I have a live band coming and I have selected few headliners, and we're just gonna play with the band, live music with the band. I'm gonna have a DJ throughout the day. If no artist signs up to perform, just be a DJ all throughout the day while the kid events and she has games planned for and activities planned for the day as well. So that's the community part, and I mean the community has definitely enjoyed these events when we had them.
Well, if you can submit that application, include all the information you've just indicated.
Okay.
Perhaps a suggestion to the council is to table this till the 17th meeting.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can have conversations in between,
Yes.
and maybe we can come to some happy medium here.
Yes. And I don't think we was requesting porta potties, were we?
Well, we put it in there just because that's something that is a concern for the event, and we've never been through this process before, so we wanted to see what the city would be willing to support in reference to this event. So if we have to purchase private porta potties just to have that, we just wanted it to be safe. We wanted your support, and we wanted to make sure that we were above board following anything if we needed permits to make this larger by putting porta potties on the private space and things. We just wanted to make sure we were following any regulatory.
Yeah. And the only reason why we asked for the stage is because, I asked Roderick, and the people that organized the Black History program, or the Juneteenth, and they said, well, the city has a stage all you gotta do is just put in to see if you can use it. So, I mean, if we don't necessarily have to use the stage, we can pay for one to rent one as well. It's not a problem. But we just knew that we was informed that the city had those things available, and that's why we put them in there.
Yeah. Well, these are things we should be discussing. Go ahead, Jen.
For those 2 years that you guys had it previously, what was the turnout?
Hundreds of people.
And there was never.
No, I had private security, and I mean, I don't promote violence, so.
Hundreds, it was more like 200 to give you reference,
Yeah, it wasn't like a thought, like
hundreds, but like 150, 200.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, continue.
No, I just said we probably expecting the same amount.
And the in previous, I don't recall ever approving a street closure. So it was a private event that you guys conducted in the 2 years past?
Well, the first year we had got the street closed off, so I didn't personally myself do that. My dad took care of that aspect. And this was, it was like 4 years ago.
And then I did go down a rabbit hole, pardon me, with social media, these are easily promoted. I did notice that in the past they were done on Lackawanna Avenue.
No, that's not Stony Street Fest.
No,
That's two separate things.
totally
That's the
different.
Barber People's Carnival and Treats. I
Okay.
mean, if you did that, you would differentiate.
Right, but it was kind of like the same time frame.
Well,
same type of-
she is trying to get her yard, because that's her private space over there,
Okay.
and she know I do events with artists and those showcases in Buffalo.
You guys didn't partner up at all in the past?
Well, no, not in the past.
Okay.
Just only this summer, as I've been partnering with her to help bring artists to her event. It's her event, and I just take care of the showcase aspect because I know the artists. Yeah.
Well, you can understand their concern, right?
Well,
It's
yeah, I understand your
nothing
concern.
personal.
Yeah,
It's
no.
nothing
Stony
personal.
Street Fest is its own thing.
Okay.
And-
But no, I mean, as far as prior to even asking whether or not you guys were in collaboration, just our prior conversation that we had in regards to this particular event, you can understand our concerns. It's nothing personal.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
We have residents that we need to
Yeah,
speak
for
on
sure.
behalf of. So I guess with the city clerk's application that she provided to you, and then getting the neighbors on board, and then the conversations to be had amongst you, council president, and any other one of us, just to give us some insight. And I know that the city attorney had concerns as well as far as liability insurance. Is that something that you have looked into?
No, but if that's something we need to. Okay.
So I run a business that's LLC, I have my own insurance. If I do need to get event insurance, I have done it in the past for events that I run. This is my first time partnering up with me in the capacity for this. As you can see, there's social proof that events like this are happening in the city that don't have your permission. That's why I stepped in and just said to mitigate all of that, let's just take these steps forward to make sure that you know that we're trying to run the event.
Yeah, we appreciate those efforts.
Yes.
And just so you know, the Taggart name is well respected and revered here in the city of Lackawanna, particularly for one Taggart service as a Lackawanna police officer, detective, and active member of the Lackawanna City Drug Court. He was a valued member of this community, as is your family and your relatives, who are also great athletes for our school system. So, yeah, that's not an issue, and we have great affection for your family.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So we will be in touch.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I appreciate you guys' time. Well, we appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Have a great evening.
You too, thank you.
Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of June 22nd, 2026, and the special meeting of July 7th, 2026.
Reynolds to adopt minutes regular meeting June 22nd, special meeting July 7th, 2026 is written. Anderson seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson, to adopt minutes of the regular meeting of June 22nd, 2026, and a special meeting of July 7th, 2026. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Egan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Departmental reports 1 through 5.
Reynolds to receive and file department reports 1 through 5 as listed.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Maflahe, to receive and file departmental reports 1 through 5. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Egan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. City attorney requests the city council approve the ordinance regarding the sale of property on Michelle Drive to the Erie County Sewer Authority.
Reynolds to receive and file act on ordinance. Anderson seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson, to receive and file act on ordinance. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Egan?
Yep.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. An ordinance authorizing the sale of property pursuant to Municipal Code, Chapter 12, located on Michelle Drive, retroactively to October 30th, 2009, to the Erie County Sewer District Number 6.
Reynolds to adopt ordinance as written, nunc pro tunc. Anderson seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson to adopt ordinance as written. What you said? Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0.
City Clerk Morano, I'm sorry to interrupt. Part of my request was also to authorize Mayor Iafallo to sign a correcting deed relative to the property. So I just want to make sure that that's encompassed in the council's vote as well.
Okay, to that end, I will amend my motion to adopt the ordinance as written and to include the authorization for Mayor Iafallo to execute said correcting deed on behalf of the city.
Thank you, Council President.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson to adopt ordinance as written and authorize mayor to sign correcting
Anderson
documents.
did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anderson second.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson to adopt ordinance as written and authorize the mayor to sign correcting agreement. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. City attorney requests the city council approve the resolution designating the West Seneca Bee as a secondary newspaper for the city of Lackawanna.
I must receive and file act on resolution.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Maflahe, receive and file act on resolution. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. A resolution designating a secondary newspaper for the city of the West Seneca Bee. There are certain circumstances when required by law to publish official and/or legal notices in 2 publications. Buffalo Business First will remain the official newspaper for the city.
I move to adopt resolution.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Maflahe to adopt the resolution as written. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. City attorney requests the city council approve the agreement between the city of Lackawanna and Labella Associates and for mayor to sign saying. The contract incorporates Labella's proposal for work, terms, conditions, and indemnification provision in favor of the city.
I move to agreement and have mayor sign same.
Second, Sirdike.
Motion by Morano, second by Sirdike to approve agreement and have mayor sign same. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano? Carried 5-0. Fire chief requests the city council approve the ordinance transferring funds within the fire department budget.
I move to receive and file act on ordinance. Anderson seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson to receive and file act on ordinance. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. An ordinance amending the 2025-2026 budget ordinance decreasing funds budgeted to personnel services in the amount of $40,000 and increasing funds in budget code repairs to building and equipment by $40,000.
I move to adopt ordinance as written.
Anderson seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson to adopt ordinance as written. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. Latrice Huff, resident, requests the city council approve the closure of the following streets for community health and wellness walk on August 8th, 2026 from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. starting at 135 Odell Street, down Phillips Street, proceeding along Holbrook, and continuing down Ingham, and returning to Odell. In addition, partial closing of Odell Street from the corner of Wilmouth to the end of 135 Odell Street until 2 p.m.
Morano moves to approve request referred to Public Safety and Public Works to I would move to modify the request to have the street closures as partial / moving closure and to close as needed the street from Wilmouth to the end of 135 Odell until 2 p.m.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Maflahe, to approve request and modify request as partial / moving closures. Refer to Public Safety and Public Works. Does that work?
You also have to put the closure of Odell closure from the corner of Wilmouth to the end of 135 Odell, a partial closing, or no, closing as to be determined, or seen fit, I forgot what I said.
Okay, so we modify request as partial/moving closures and to close, partial closing from the corner of Wilmeth to the end of 135 Odell until 2 p.m.
Very good.
Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano? Carried 5-0.
Yes. I didn't roll.
Entertainment license. David Beers, owner of Sunny Reds, requests the city council approve outdoor entertainment June through October, Monday through Sunday, for use of mechanical music until 11 p.m. There may be a few live events, which will end at 10 p.m.
Morano moves to table a request a meeting with the applicants. Anderson seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson to table request and to request a meeting with the applicants. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
No.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 4-1. Request to waive the rules.
Morano moves to waive the rules.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Maflahe to waive the rules. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0. William Taggart, resident, requests the city council approve the closure of Stony Street on Saturday, August 22nd, 2026. At this time, I didn't know the time of the event provided, and I think it's from 12 to 8. So that reads, request the city council approve the closure of Stony Street on Saturday, August 22nd, from 12 to 8 p.m.
Morano moves to table for more information and conversation with the applicant.
Anderson seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Anderson to table the request and have further conversation with the applicant. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.
Carried 5-0.
Council, any table items, old business? Now Morano moves to adjourn.
Maflahe seconds.
Motion by Morano, second by Maflahe to adjourn meeting. Maflahe?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Deegan?
Yes.
Sirdike?
Yes.
Morano?
Yes.